Hey kids, how you doing? It is Wednesday, November 13th, 2013, and I'm dropping by to say hi. This past weekend, it was Veterans Day, and more importantly, it was the Marine Corps birthday, which, if you haven't figured out by the time you're watching this video, we will be celebrating the Marine Corps birthday every year in this household. And I really don't think you're going to begrudge me on that one, because I bake a cake. Every year I bake a cake. Who's going to turn down the cake? But it also means that by now you've probably figured out that your father was a Marine. I served active duty from 1999 to 2004, and once a Marine, always a Marine. I still consider myself a Marine, and I still celebrate the Marine Corps birthday every year. And why bring this up, right? Why is this such an important topic to talk about? Well, it's a very key thing that your mother and I were talking about long before you guys were ever around, long before you were even born. It was this idea of, when we have kids, am I going to encourage military service? Am I going to thrust it upon you that you have to do this? Am I going to push you into joining the Marine Corps? Or am I not going to? Am I not going to say a thing about it? And my policy has been, and right now still remains, that I can only tell you my experiences. I can only tell you what happened while I was in, and what the process was, and what it all entailed, and what it was like, and the feelings that it left me with, and the things that I did while I was in the Marine Corps. And then you'll have to make up your own decisions, and make up your own minds about it. And that's a good thing. It's a very good thing. So why is this important, right? Why bring this up? Well, right now, I mean, Ava, you're 3.5, and Luke, you're 2.5. Luke, I'm still trying to get you to poop in a potty and not in your diaper. And pretty much we make all the decisions for you kids. You know, you're having PB&J for lunch. You're having macaroni and cheese, baked mac and cheese for dinner, and whatever the heck else we decide to do, you're pretty much just along for the ride. But there's going to come a point in the future, and hopefully at that point, you bring this video back to remind me that I said this. But there will be a point where you're going to make your own decisions. And you're going to make decisions that your mother and I may not agree with, and we may not like, but they're your own. And I can't really be angry with you about those decisions, even if I feel they're the wrong ones. And I can't deny your right to make those decisions, even if I feel they're bad ones, because at the end of the day, I'm part of that decision-making process. Your mother is part of that decision-making process. We raised you. We brought you up to this point where you're making these decisions, and we're part of that process with you. And the best we can do is support you and do what we can to stand by you, no matter what that decision is. So remember to bring this on back sometime if I ever get a little angry about some decision you've made. But do it in a very tactful manner. That would be much appreciated. But back to that original point about it being the Marine Corps birthday, if you haven't guessed by now, my experiences are pretty positive, and I think we know what potential spin may be there, but who knows? It's going to be an entirely different world by the time you kids are in a position to make that kind of decision. And in the meantime, let's just enjoy some cake for a little while and read General John A. Lejeune's birthday message. Sounds fun to me. But let's get on to that music choice of the week, right? What your old man's been listening to. And this week, well, in light of it having been the Marine Corps birthday this past weekend, I have a very special piece to share with you guys. A friend of your father's by the name of Sean, and a lot of people out there know him as Al Sean. He's a very talented music composer, a very talented guitarist. He wrote his own medley of the Marine Corps hymn for one of his own family members, and he was kind enough to share it with me. In addition to all those other great qualities about being a good musician, Al Sean is also a very nice human being in general, which is ultimately the greatest human quality to strive for, right? Is to be a great human being. So I hope you emulate that in years to come, and I hope I show you how to emulate that. But this piece of music, he shared this with me, and I enjoy it immensely. I love it, and it inspires great feelings and great emotions. Hopefully as time goes on and I start to tell those stories to you two kids, to the both of you, that'll inspire thoughts for you as well. knows what those thoughts will be. But I look forward to sharing those thoughts together. That's all I have for now. I'll see you guys next week, and I love you kids.